there what you're drinking. 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get...
Yo guys, hello and welcome back to episode 21 of the Minardi My Team career mode here in a rain-soaked Brazil. If you did miss the last episode, a double header at Cota and Mexico, go and check that out before this one, before you get any spoilers. So last time out in Cota, we unfortunately crashed, did not have a good race there, but in Mexico we made up for it, achieving P5 with Nicholas Solov and gaining ground on the Williams boys in the championship. This time out though in Brazil, a much more comfortable track for myself. But again, we have rain in qualifying. That seems to be a theme of these career mode episodes, but we're not going to complain. We're actually pretty strong in the rain here. And Gabriele Mini gets through in to Q2 at least here. Unfortunately, our teammate was out. Q2, the track is getting a little bit drier and we will be expecting some dry running towards the end of qualifying, but first lap on the board, P8, decent time there. We keep on going, we went for a few laps and then we end up in P10, scraping through into Q3, so much better qualifying performance here at Brazil, but first lap in Q3 is actually on the slick tyres. The straight line mode and the battery has not been enabled yet, so it is right on the crossover. So we're purple in the first sector, purple in the middle sector, and we're going to come across the line. And it's initially going to be pole position for the moment. And yeah, we're going to go for our final lap here at Brazil. Very weird turn one. You want to brake just after the 100, before the 50. Make sure you sort the line out through the center S's, getting a good line, getting the power down nice and early. And as you can see on the Delta, we're quite far up at the moment as the battery and the straight line mode has been enabled. But yeah, not the best lap so far, but we're just trying to get one on the board here really in these conditions because the track is improving second by second. Nice run at the start of the second sector. Want to cut that right-hander as much as possible and get the rotation on the car. Hate this corner. It's one I've never really got right ever in any F1 game, but we get an all right exit from that corner, fortunately. Spotting the final braking point on the track as well, using all of the runoff curb. And yeah, put the power down, battery to the line. We're about 7 seconds up on the Delta. Not sure that's entirely accurate, but we're going to cross the line and that is going to be only P9. So yeah, much better qualifying, all things considered. Let's get into the race.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position and Lando Norris lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Antonelli, George Russell and Leclerc, Mini, Hülkenberg, Gasly and Max Verstappen, Sainz, Alonso, Valtteri Bottas and Bortoleto, Stroll, Colapinto, Nicholas Solov and Arvid Lindblad, Ocon, Albon, Behrman, Perez, Lawson and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box...
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So a few penalties promotes us up into P7 here for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Going to go for the one stopper today, starting on the mediums, going towards the hards. And I really enjoy driving this track, so this should be a good race. But we have 5 red lights here at Sao Paulo, and it's lights out and away we go, getting a really good launch off the line, overtaking Charles Leclerc straight away. Gonna go very carefully into turn 1 though. Got a few cars trying to go down the inside. We're just trying to avoid any potential carnage as Charles Leclerc actually gets back past us. So really good from the Ferrari man there, but we're gonna get him straight back down the straight. We're gonna have a little look on Lewis Hamilton as well. He defends to the inside. We try and hang it around the outside. He gives us a generous amount of room, in fairness to the Ferrari man, and we managed to get up into P5 at the start. Both Ferraris on the hard compound tyres, so that has probably played into it, but skipping straight on to lap 2, we do a purple first sector as the cars in front are starting to battle a little bit, lose a little bit of time going side by side, but we need to stay with them. The longer we stay in this race, stay in the overtake mode, the better for us. The Ferrari boys are still hot on our tails though, so we are going to have to watch out for them. And starting at lap 3, Lewis Hamilton is not going to wait any longer. He's going to have a little look up the inside. We give him the squeeze to the apex. Managed to hold the position for now though, getting on the battery. And we're going to try and stay ahead of the Ferrari man here, and we're going to do that nicely. Still more fighting up ahead of us, so that's going to let us come back into the equation. End of lap 6 now. Norris and Russell have slightly dropped off from the guys ahead, so we are going to try and capitalise on that. Going to get the boost on, get in the slipstream of the McLaren man ahead. He's also burning though to try and get up to the back of George Russell. Pull out of the slipstream, have a look, but nothing doing there. We do go a little bit wide on purpose to try and set up the run through the center S's. Getting on the battery again, we're going to drain everything and see if we can get to the back of them, but they've just got enough so far and not quite close enough for us to send it into one of these corners. But end of the next lap now, and we are a lot closer to Lando. We're in the slipstream, we pull out, and we are going to get past the McLaren man nicely into turn 1, so that's P4 on the track. Gabriele Mini is having a great race here so far for the Minardi boys. George Russell up next, and a podium position could be on the cards again here inside the career mode. Lando Norris not being able to get back at us for now, but start of lap 9 and we drop out of the overtake mode of George Russell, and Lando's going to have another look down the inside. We hold the outside line though nicely, compromises us slightly for this run, but fortunately Hamilton and Norris decide to start battling each other. Hamilton obviously on them hard compound tyres, so they're going to be working for him a little bit better at this stage of the Grand Prix. And he's going to have a look down into turn 1 at the start of lap 10. The amazing overspeed that Ferrari has put him ahead of us. Lando Norris looking down the inside as well though, trying to take advantage, but we're not going to let him have that. Fortunately for us, we managed to stay ahead of the McLaren man. Now we're looking to try and stay behind Lewis. Hopefully he can drag us closer to the leaders, as we have dropped a little bit behind them due to a bit of tyre wear and them not battling, in fairness, but tyres are getting a little bit worn towards the end of lap 12 now. Lewis Hamilton is starting to just pull away. We have just kept inside the overtake mode for now, but as you can see, we've burnt the battery completely. So it's only a matter of time before we drop out of the overtake range. Planning on boxing in a few laps time. Might go for a little undercut, see if we can put ourselves in a better position, but burning the battery down to Lewis again. He's just too far ahead, and yeah, 3 seconds up the road at the end of lap 16. He just drove away from us. We've got Charles Leclerc coming back through the field. I mean, he's started to battle Lando though, so we've got a little bit of a buffer. We're going to take this opportunity to pit at the end of lap 16, getting the car stopped nicely. Race is going really well so far. Not as much action as kind of expected, but not going to complain. We're still in a really good position. Now leaving the pit lane. Very odd pit lane here, trying not to hit any of the walls on the exit. but we are going to rejoin in P13 just ahead of Esteban Ocon, so that's really good for our race there. Not stuck behind the Haas for a few corners like George Russell is ahead. As you can see, a massive gaggle of cars here, which is going to cost some of the leaders a lot of time as we get a brief yellow flag and the cars ahead are all bunching up, so we're going to take that chance to dive it down the inside of Arvid Lindblad. Lovely move there. George Russell up ahead as Max Verstappen is the one that retired from the Grand Prix. We're going to take this opportunity to dive it down the inside of George Russell as he's held behind the other Red Bull of Isaac Hadjar. Colapinto ahead of him as well. He's doing a good job of holding these lot up for us so we can make the most of these fresh tyres, jump George Russell, and now we're going to go to the outside of Hadjar because we are expecting him to box here. So we do not want any funny business with the AI on that pit entry, but end of lap 19 now in the slipstream of Oscar Piastri, who's held behind Nico Hulkenberg, and he's going to get past on the main straight. Fortunately for him, we've drained all our battery in the process. We can send out the inside of the German there. He's very generous with the space on the entry, and we get the move done in the second phase of the corner. Unfortunately though, we've used all our battery. Now it's going to be a major ask to try and stick with Oscar, which is not possible unfortunately as Ollie Behrman retires on lap 20 of the Grand Prix. But yeah, start lap 21 now. We're still kind of within touching distance of Oscar. He's not running away from us as much as maybe we would have expected, but missing out on the overtake mode is really affecting us and our battery at this stage. Fortunately, we do get back in for now as we hope to reel in the McLaren man, but we're up in P3 now with Lewis Hamilton pitting off of the hards onto the mediums, so he's going to be super fast towards the end of this race. And in this stint, the pace was really good. We're now comfortably within DRS and the overtake mode of Oscar Piastri. We've saved a little bit of battery and we're going to go for an attack at the start of lap 25. We're going to feint to the inside, go around the outside of turn 1, hold the wide line. Do not let Oscar get back into it. He's still there though. And we're going to hold it round towards the end of the center S's and we're going to get the position. Going to fade to the inside of the track so he does not send it up the inside. He's going to have a little look around the outside though. Oscar's not done yet, but we managed to hold the position. Beautiful racing from the pair of us. Up into P2 in this Grand Prix. Sensational performance from us so far. Coming towards the end of lap 25 though, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell are also joining this battle with myself and Oscar Piastri. Not in the overtake mode anymore, so we're kind of struggling on the straights, but that allows Oscar Piastri to go down the inside of turn 1. We're going to try and get in his slipstream though, put the battery on and try and overtake him back down the straight. He's flashing, we're going to go to the outside and that's a nice move back from us. Going a little bit wide though and off the track, so we decide to kind of let Oscar back through slightly. He does get fully ahead and then we decide to put the battery on and take the place straight back up into P2 again. And yeah, lovely stuff so far. A few laps later now, towards the end of lap 29, the guys behind have just been battling a little bit, so it's given us a little bit of breathing room. But now, unfortunately for us, Hamilton is going to go on the attack. He's much faster at this stage. We're burning a little bit of the battery, but we don't want to use it all. We're going to try and defend the inside. Hamilton's going to go around the outside this time. On the fresher and softer rubber, he's going to hold the position, but we're going to get a nice little switch back on the Ferrari man. We're in the slipstream, we've got the overtake on, and we're going to get past Hamilton again. Beautiful. Going to the inside again, just like we did with Oscar, to defend. But this time we're not running off the track. We're going to brake properly, and we hold the position again. P2 still in this Grand Prix. Antonelli has kind of checked out in front though, with all the battling that is going on between us. But P2 is completely fine with me in this Grand Prix. I would not complain if it finished like this. Lewis Hamilton does not want that to finish like that though, and he is going to have another go into turn 1. We're not burning all of our battery because we want to save some of it. We pull to the inside again. Hamilton's going to go around the outside. And it's like a carbon copy of a few laps ago. He gets the position, but we get the better exit. We're in the slipstream. We put the overtake mode on. And we're going to blast past the Ferrari man again. Or are we? He's burning a lot more battery this time. But we hold the inside. And again, our defensive driving is supreme here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Only a few laps left now though, so all we need to do is hold on. Coming towards the end of lap 34, and we lose the back end. That's a horrible long left-hander, and Hamilton is gonna put his nose round the outside. We make the most of it though. We take the opportunity to lift so we can get the boost mode for this next lap, and that is going to turn into an absolutely amazing decision because we're going to burn the battery down to turn 1. We've already got like an 8, 9 tenth of a second gap to them just on the straight alone as they start battling behind. So what began as a mistake has turned into an absolute godsend for us towards the end of this Brazilian Grand Prix. We're going to continue to burn the battery in this first sector. We're going to try and charge them up in the middle and final sector, but this hopefully should mean that we guarantee ourselves a podium here. Incredible scenes. End of the penultimate lap though, we're going on to the final lap. The guys around us have started to catch back up as we save a little bit of the battery, deploying it though all on this main straight, and they're not going to be able to challenge into turn 1, still a second behind. Now we just have to focus on hitting our apexes, staying on the track, charging the battery up in the right places. And yeah, 1.5 seconds now to Oscar behind as they're battling again. So an absolutely amazing end to this Brazilian Grand Prix. Could not have asked for any better. And at the end of the middle sector, we took the chance to go into none, recover all the battery for this final straight as Kimi Antonelli wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. A little bit slidey in them last few corners, but it's not going to matter. We're going to have enough battery to get us over the line here. Piastri, Russell and Hamilton had no answer for us in the end, and it's going to be P2 here at Sao Paulo.
Yes, come on, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. That's a great drive, thank you.
This has been absolutely magnificent. Victory today for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. A young man with a big future, today's a winner. Well done, Kimi Antonelli. To join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Some more amazing scenes inside this career mode here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Another podium for the Minardi boys. Unfortunately, Nicolas Solov not in the points, but Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz not picking up too many points here. So that's going to do amazing things for us in the championship. P8 and P12 for the drivers now. And that moves us up into P5 in the standings. 5-point gap now between ourselves and the Williams boys. So hopefully the final 3 races of the season, we can keep that margin. And yeah, I really had fun here at this Grand Prix. The Brazilian track is one of the best on the calendar, there's no doubt. I miss it being the final race of the season. And yeah, it just allows for some really good racing and all of that good stuff. Yeah, gonna leave a few replays on screen, but thank you all so much for joining me here today, guys. Really hope you're enjoying the content on the channel. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see anything else on the channel or if there's any improvements I can make. I'm always keen for learning. But yeah, have a good evening, guys. Please like, subscribe. Trying to hit 500 subs before the end of the year. Be an absolute dream. And yeah, have a good evening, guys. Thank you all so much. And cheers.